So when the president says grow steadily, I'm a product of steady progress. Esteemed Rotarians, I'm happy to join you again. I don't know whether you are aware, I'm a major donor, so I'm a Rotarian. And I have my badge here. So I want to inform you who Rotarians are. We come together as business leaders and the political leaders and the well-wishers. We come together to provide humanitarian services, promote high ethical standards, and advance goodwill and peace around the world. That is who we are. So if you're a Rotarian and you don't have good ethical standards, then you're wasting our time here. You should go and join the Mabati Club. So Rotarians are good people. No one will claim Mike Sevalu stole anybody's goat or cow or land. Nobody can say Emmanuel Katongo has stolen anybody's anything. We work hard. As you are busy hiring people to cry for your burials in the villages, Mike and friends came up with A+. So they started A+ funeral service. For them, they are handling burials in a more professional and sophisticated manner. So he has grown from the other group where you hire a lady, an old woman to cry, calling a man that this lady was a very nice lady. Then someone hits up on the lady that hey. So Sevalu for him will do it in a professional way. He will call a man. So some of you are still hiring those women because you don't go back to the village to bury. So the villagers always shun your burials and your bodies. So you have to hire, you have to get mercenaries. So I'm privileged to address you at the conclusion of this transformation program that you have held over the past 2 days. You've attended over the past 2 days. You are veiled in a theme: passion, action, and reaction. I think it's a good theme. Learning skills that work, principles that will guide you as change makers today. I'm here to talk about some things that ties all those elements together, and that is resilience. The ability to face challenges, adapt to change, emerge stronger is what sets successful leader apart. We must agree that when you want to become successful, you must accept challenges. You should even, for politicians, we have to accept abuses. We must accept criticism. But what makes us different is how we emerge out of those criticism and challenges. We should not torture or hit or beat anybody who doesn't fall in line with what you believe in. But we need to handle them systematically, mpola, and shoot them, then adopt them on your side. That is your moment to redefine resilience, not as a mere survival, but as a thriving amidst challenges. Passion is the seed of resilience. Every great achievement begins with passion. Passion fuels your dreams and gives purpose to your action. When I started BALAM Marketing Agency, which now I call Baitu Group Limited, I call it Baitu Group because from BALAM, we have now started close to 8 companies. We have Radio 1 in South Sudan. We have TV 1 in South Sudan. We have a mineral water factory in South Sudan. We have Radio 4. Now we have Masaka Radio 8. We have Radio 7 in Bunyoro. We are coming up with Radio 9 in Imbali next month. So we are trying to do whatever it can to make it big. So my passion was connecting people, telling people and creating platforms for growth in a high competitive industry. As you could be aware, we had people like Abitex Production. There's another man called Dick Production. There are so many others, but whenever you would ask them where their offices were, they would run away because they didn't want to have a platform or a base where they will do operation. If you don't have where to start from, if you don't have an address, then you are as good as a con man. So my passion was to tell people stories and creating platform for growth in a highly competitive industry. That passion kept me going. But the passion alone isn't enough. It must be paired with action. Let me ask you, what ignites your passion? Whether it is business, community service, or leadership. Identify it, nurture it, and let it guide your decision. make a decision when you have had a passion. So do not just make a decision when you don't have a passion what you need to be and what you need to do. Action is turning passion into progress. Action transforms dreams into reality. It is a bridge between where you are and where you want to be. So that is action. In my career, I've had to take bold steps like establishing media houses, like mentioned. It wasn't easy at one point. In South Sudan, we had war, and the war keeps reoccurring. So in 2011, I started a radio and a water factory in Juba. The reason why I found a gap, and I felt I would fit into that gap and explore the opportunity where people feared to risk. Everybody was fearing to invest or to join that country for business. So that was a virgin country. So after doing my SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, I said I think I should make a decision and become one of a target I can be a matter that I was looking for money. So I chipped in, and by the time others woke up, I'd already bypassed them. Now I can say, I don't want to use the word a billionaire, but I'm a millionaire. Because you have billions. You people, you have so many billions, and I have few millions. Yes. So that is because of my action, and also had a passion. So I acted strategically, embraced partnership, and stayed focused on the goal. He mentioned, Mike in his speech, he mentioned strategic thinking, critical thinking. Most of you may not understand it, but you must think critically. And then also, you must be a strategic thinker and a strategic implementer if you are to excel. Action means proactive taking risks, remaining persistent, even when the odds are stacked against you. During your training, you learn practical skills on how to make soap, liquid soap. I think you should also learn to do other things. If there were a big bed, you would learn how to make a bed. There are people who are hired for that as a service. You go to a hotel and you know how to make a bed. You know how to iron. The other day, I challenged a niece of mine from London. She's 21. So she told me she wants cassava. I went to the road, brought cassava. I put it there. Not peeled. They said I want insanity. I brought insanity, the green one. Not worked on. Then she said, I want mangoes. Her wish list, I don't know whether that wish list, Machiga, do you have that wish list? 21 items, but all can be made. Then she told me, I want hot chocolate. Said, does she know that I cannot keep hot chocolate hot for 2 hours when I'm traveling? It loses meaning of hot chocolate. So I told her, we have chocolate in the house, but also we have Jessa milk. Said, no, what's that? I need hot chocolate. So now that is that young girl. So when I came back, after 1 week, I found the cassava that I bought was rotting. And she told me she's missing cassava. Then I told her, madam, this is cassava. Said, how do you prepare it? She doesn't know. Because in London, they sell to them things when you're already peeled, either semi-prepared. So I mean, we need such conferences are really nice, because some of you are balcony children. Some of you don't know. So next time the organizer, even make a cooking roster. Organizer of this conference, Madam President, Chair, next time make a cooking roster and make them 5 days, so that we see those who can't cook. The reaction is growing through challenges. As you act, you will encounter obstacles. What matters most is your reaction. Challenges are not roadblocks. The opportunities to learn, grow, and adopt. So during COVID pandemic, all of us who are in events industry were affected. Purely was affected. People will not gather to come and enjoy our concert. So imagine I had that one only as business. I would be back to Chijura Masindi, resting either as an agriculturist or as a mechanic for Bugari. So during COVID, I'd organized a concert at Sheraton with Kassav band from France, And then also I had a football game that same weekend when Muzei locked at Nambole with Africa's All-Stars, Didier Drogba, Eto'o. So those people were coming in partnership with the French embassy. So when Muzei locked borders, these guys could not come. By the time we opened borders 2 years after, the Kassav band leader had passed on. But then I'd paid them, and I didn't have an idea of I should insure. So that is how I lost. So we get challenges, and businesses all over the world suffered. Mine was not exceptional. Events were cancelled. Entertainment industry faced toughest test. But instead of giving up, I shifted focus and essential to service and community outreach. This adaptability, this change, not only kept my business alive, but also strengthened my resolve to serve. Remember, resilience isn't just about bouncing back, it's about also bouncing forward. Practical steps that I take, or that I've taken in life, is adaptability. I can adapt, I can change to any change. I will not allow change to change me, but I will adapt to the change before it changes me. So in life, change is inevitable, whether it is a shift in career, unexpected challenges, unexpected appointment, like the president appointed me a minister. I mean, those are facts of life. I didn't know I would be a minister. I've never been LC1, just like Kennedy told you how he went through the process one level at a go. I was lucky I didn't become a chairman, LC1, or a councillor, or anybody. But he made me a minister. And I've really changed. I used to have one shirt, my favorite shirt. I called it a Rotarian shirt. So that shirt, still I will look for a shirt which has some color close to that. Or I will have a shoe that will have an orange strip on it. You feel me? Tell them. So change is a fact of life. We must all of us change. Then as Rotarian, we must have what we call community support. No one succeeds alone. Building a strong support network of mentors, peers, and collaborators can provide guidance, encouragement, and fresh perspective during tough times. A community of like-minded individuals inspire you to aim higher, help you to stay grounded when challenges arise. For instance, Rotary and Rotaract clubs thrive because of their community-driven initiatives. When one member faces a difficulty, others rally to provide support. This has happened in our Rotary Club of Mienga, thank you. Many people get challenges, we chip in, lawyers will come in and support, then continuous learning what you are doing here today. Nobody knows everything. I used to think the president of Uganda knows everything because he's too brilliant. But sometimes you also find him reading and tells you, I saw on CNN the other day, Amazon is drying up. So the cause of that, people are cutting trees, water bodies, the papyrus, the swamps. So I used to think he knows everything on earth, but he's also learning. So let us keep learning. The world is evolving. You saw what is happening now in California. Star houses, the stars of this world. They have the most beautiful houses in that paradise, California and Los Angeles. Their houses are getting burnt because of the dangers or as a product of global warming, which some leaders used to call a hoax. So that is what is happening. So mental toughness, resilience starts in the mind. Developing mental toughness means cultivating positive mindsets that views challenges as opportunities rather than threats. It's about staying calm under pressure, focusing on solution, not only being discouraged by failure. On our way to build mental toughness is practicing mindfulness and self-reflection when faced with setback by yourself. What can I learn from this? How can I improve? Mental toughness is about believing in your ability to overcome obstacles, to overcome challenges, and also grow stronger from experience. Then resilience in action, stories of change. Let me share my example recently. I worked on a youth mentorship program where young entrepreneurs were trained to start small, but think big. This is what resilience looks like. passion that leads to action, reaction that creates lasting impact. My call to action as you leave your conference, the Rotary Youth Leadership Awards Conference 2025. Remember that world needs your leadership. It needs your passion to inspire, your action to drive change, your resilience to overcome challenges. Rotary youth, you must be smarter than the others, because you have a chance to relate with the cream la cream in politics, in business. Yeah, you have that chance. So copy. You have the cream la. Yeah. So I challenge each of you, take what you have learned to your villages, to your communities, step into future, not just as participants of the conference, but as leaders of transformation. Together we can redefine resilience, not as surviving, but as thriving. Let your passion, action, and reaction inspire others and build a better world and better communities where we come from. I want to remind you the main aim as to why we should be relating, as to why we should be supporting Rotary. We need to share positive impact in our communities and global, even in our country. We must, as Rotarian, the key initiatives that Rotary, the previous governors, the previous leaders, the previous Rotarians have done, one has been eradicating poverty, and then also eradicating polio, then promoting knowledge, literacy, then improving health care in our communities and in the country, then also supporting disaster hit areas like Bududa and all the other areas, then fostering international cooperation. So the core values that us as Rotarians, wherever we are in the world, even in Singapore, number one is service above. So how many of you are doing service above? So how many? Then diversity, integrity, leadership. Our Honorable Sewalu is a man of integrity. Kennedy Mike Sewalu is a man of, I believe in him and I take his word. Not because I know him over a long time, but because an agreement with the World Bank, and they gave us 800 billion shilling. That 800 billion shilling is not from 70s campaign or any RM campaign. It is to support women in business, to access cheap loans. Not only, you see, you tell me you are not women, you are ladies. Okay, but you're above 18. Any form of business that you do makes you qualify for that grant and that loan. You can borrow that money from Post Bank, Centenary Bank, Equity Bank, and Finance Trust. You may also get those details from our Minister of Gender, level 3. We have a gross secretariat. So you get that money from 4 million to 200 million. So this benefits only women. Don't ask me why did the World Bank choose women. I think because of their trust, maybe because of their financial discipline, and maybe because of their determination. Sometimes us, the men, when we get the money very fast, we run to marry other 2 women. So we become rich people. So we have that program. It's called Grow. You can get it online. You can book about it online. Then we also have another program which we call the Parish Development Model. Some of you in Kampala are undermining it, but it's a magical program in our villages. In PDM, since this is a youth program, I'll tell you how does the youth benefit. The youth earn 30% of the total 100 million sent to every parish, including the President's own parish, Rwachtura. So they earn 100 million countrywide, all parishes, but of which 30%, which is 30 million, remains in that community or in that ward or parish. The parish chiefs are people from your villages. So you will not tell me that they are politicians of any RM, so a national platform will not benefit. No. A parish priest, a parish chief is from any region. So in one region where there is no, all those ones are earning the same amount of money. Even where there are any RM leaders, they are earning the same amount of money. But those are the leaders that you chose and you elected. Every 5 years you do that. So we give out 5 million. The president is looking at running that program for 5 years. so that every parish of Uganda can have a tune of 500 million as a revolving fund within a parish. So people are borrowing 1 million, starting up piggery, chicken, goat. Women are selling, vending things in our local villages in Chijura, Karujubu, Kinogos, and all these villages in Unyoro. They are working, Chinubi, they are thriving. So do not undermine the 1 million as capital. If you have a chance to register with your parish chief and you get that money. Then also we have what we call the YLP, the Youth Livelihood Program. That program benefits young people. How do you benefit? You borrow that money in a group of 5. They lend you from 2.5 million up to 12 million for your small association. And you start business. And when borrowing it, just like, not like the other programs where you need security. In this other program, you only need a referee, someone to recommend you. Because we know when we give you, a youth has no title. So we shall not ask for security from a youth. So when we give them that money, most times, they run away and drink and take Ajono, those who come from Teso. Others go and take Mandle, those who come from Soga. Then these others are marrying people from Padel. You become a landlord. They get 12.5, divide each of them 2.5, 2.5. They disappear. They form association for eating, not for progress. So that is where we found another problem. Then we have what we call WEP, that benefits women. We combined WEP and YLP into one secretariat after this RAPEX merger. So visit our websites, Ministry of Gender, but you can also visit the nearest banks mentioned to get details on how you can access that fund. Don't come to my office that, please, Minister, give me money. I don't have any money in my office. The money is in the bank. I don't keep any money and I don't even sign on it. It is your money. It's controlled by the bank. Whenever you pay back, it goes back to the consolidated fund. So I want to wish you a happy week ahead, and I want to wish you a steady